All right, folks, how you doing? Jeff from RV Diagnostics. We're still on this hurricane. We're going to go over another component of it. Slowly, we're going to get into some inputs, but right now we're still on an output. There's another fan. We already went over the air compressor, right? That blew air around the nozzle, and I did the pressure on that amp draw. I did the fuel pump pressure and amp draw. Now there is actually blower motor. I took it out, okay, around, and I'm gonna do a no load test on it, okay. Well, I'll show you where it goes. It goes right in here, back air, but there's a hole. Hold on. There's a hole back there. See that square hole right there where my fingers on? Okay, that pressurizes this, and then you see the little holes all the way around. That pushes that cone and that fuel nozzle I showed you in spray after it's on fire down that barrel that I showed you in the other video. All right, so remember, this part is sealed. That's that seal there. All right, so it's pressurized. Not only does it have the air compressor. So what pin is that? That's the white wire, and it's pin 1, right, 2, 3. Remember, 9 pin. These are all your outputs. We'll get into some inputs and how to test other stuff, but we're doing little bit by little bit. So here's that wiring diagram I showed you. All right, so this is the hurricane heater. That's that box right there, that whole stainless box, okay? The main control box is this box, or let me bend over. That's the box cover. We already went over some of the LEDs, what they represent and all. All right, now, so if you noticed, the hour meter is grounded, right? And the air fan, they call it, that's right there. All right, so I'm going to do an amp draw test on that. I might do a pressure test, but right now we're just going to do an amp draw, no load, because it's not bolted there, blowing into here, pushing air through that double nozzle system there, all right, the burner assembly. All right, so it's a no load amp draw test. And then I'm going to do it with it sealed and pressurized doing it, all right. So once again, there's no switch between the hour meter and ground symbol, no switch between the air pump, that little circle with 2 dots, and the ground. So the switch is right here, pin number 3. So it's a pull up. All right, it goes from 0 volts, pulls it up on the multimeter to 12. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put you on hold. I'm gonna set this up, and here we go. Okay, it's 1.25, 1 1/4 amp. All right, on a 20 amp scale right there. You see it right above the blue dots. So that's that motor under no load, the fan motor. Okay, there you go. There's the little fan in there, and it blows out there perfectly around that square I showed you that was in there. All right, now I'm going to mount it, and we're going to test it under load with everything sealed up. Okay, now it's mounted right in there. Now watch, I'll hook up the amp meter, and it is a little higher. Before it was like 1.24. That's just now. Imagine when I put that cover on, what it's going to go to. Remember, mechanical resistance goes up, electrical amperage goes up. They're proportionally going the same direction. But we're here troubleshooting, so what I'm going to do is hold this in my hand, pull off the positive right there. That way I don't have to worry about blowing my fuse in my meter. Get it out of the way. I'm going to put this cover on, folks. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. All right, there's the amp draw, 0.82, a lot less. All right, I even got the amp meter hooked up. I'm just showing you what's right. Now, when that other fuel and all goes in there, you're going to see a big difference. Okay, so the hour gauge is working. All right, 1/10 of an hour already. All right, so these are valid tests for what is working. Remember I said in one of my videos, which is called MECP, M-E-C-H-P, mechanical, electrical, chemical, hydraulic, and pneumatics. How hell are you working on something that's broke when you don't even know how it works when it works right? Or how it functions properly. Remember, they all have safety devices. Alright, so we're letting that roll a little bit longer. Alright, got 3/4 0.8 amp. Alright, so you compare that to what we got last time, freewheeling. She is doing it. This is where I check to see if any air. I'll probably get my bubble out. And she's pretty tight. So I'm going to put it together. And we're going to go for a possible fire up. Alright. Once again, this was on a hurricane system. And it was the forced air fan. Not the compressor air compressor. It's the air compressor, which feeds the nozzle and the 0 psi regulator. Fancy carburetor without a bulb. Alright, so what's the motto? Test, not guess. Hopefully these videos are helping you, especially if you own a Hurricane. There's one of them farm boys with the truck squatted in the back. But anyway, test, not guess is the motto. And remember, safe travels and may your campfires burn bright till we meet again. Where are we going to meet? Right here in this garage and school. Come on down. Give me an email at jeff@rvdiagnostics.com. We'll set up an appointment. I do a lot of them on Saturday, but I'll do them Monday through Friday. But remember, Monday's usually my RV, which today is. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday's other people RV. Friday is house stuff. But sometimes I push those days around. You know what I mean? As long as I get one day in on my RV, I'm happy. Alright, so thank you very much. It's Jeff from RV Diagnostics. Where's the other place we're going to meet? Campgrounds. Come on over and talk to me, but most likely I'm not going to work on your RV. But if it's a real nice, cool day, I might go over there and talk to you and help you out a little bit. Not physically, but help you. You do all the work. The other one is at the filling stations, right? The fuel depots, all right? And the other one's on the road. I'll beat my air horns and wave at you. Yeah, I'm that crazy guy that does that all the time. Thank you once again. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Now, when we get around 6,000 members, the contest is off. I'm giving away 3 things to 3 different individuals. The first one will get $400 cash or $400 in total. 2 other members will get a free paid 1-year membership to my website, www.rvdiagnostics.com. That's where I do one-on-one with you. Thank you very much. This is Jeff. I'm out of here.